Hi guys, Dave here with a new rhythm guitar tutorial for you. Today we're going to look at the track Somebody Else's Guy by Jocelyn Brown. Bit of an old school favourite this, and we'll get straight into it. I'm going to start with the intro, which is very similar to the choruses, so you might hear myself repeating a little bit, but never mind. Probably the main thing I'll say is this whole song's got a 16th note shuffle fill underneath it. So rather than the 16th notes being just dead even, like that, it's going to swing. Although for the most part we're going to be playing eighth notes, but it's important to feel that swing underneath it. I really do believe that. Okay, so let's start with the first couple of bars. So it's just going to go. Right, so for that I'm playing A flat minor 7, and it's all on the 4th fret, so it's on strings 2, 3 and 4, and also on 6. Although I'm going to say that really when you hear the part, you're only really hearing those 3 strings, 2, 3 and 4 being played. So it's just all down strums, and it's just all 8th notes. So it's like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and like that. Well, like I say, you can hear that little bit of a swing. Sometimes you could hit the odd upstroke as a kind of a ghost, if you like. One other thing I should mention is that when I'm playing this, I'm pulsing in between each strum. So once I've strummed down, I'm just relaxing the chord, so it's a little bit staccato. Like that. Okay, then I move the whole shape up 2 frets to form a B flat minor 7. And again, I'm just playing strings 2, 3 and 4, this time at fret 6. Just 4 strums on that. Then it changes chord to an E flat 11, which normally you would keep that bar down, plus you would hold down the A string at the 6th fret. But again, I'm only going to play those 3 strings, 2, 3 and 4, and I go down, down, and then there's a kind of a ghost, and then hit it on and up. So it's like down, down, scratch, up, like that. So together. Like so. Okay, next line, go back to the A flat minor 7. B flat minor 7 again. Then we're going to do this little move over an E flat minor 7. I'll do it again. So for that I'm just playing the 11th fret on the B, G and D strings, 2, 3 and 4 again. Just 1 down strum on that, and then I'm going to play this shape. So it goes from like an E flat minor 7 to, I suppose you'd call it an E flat 11, but it's just a little triad, little D flat triad. So that is 9B, 10G, 11D, just for a single down strum, and then we go back up to the bar on the 11th fret for 2 up strums. So it's like down, down, up, up, and it pretty much scratches everything in between as well. So it's like that. Okay, together. Like so. Then the next 2 bars are the same as the first 2. Like so. And then for the last 2 bars, back to the A flat minor 7 again. Then we go up to a D flat major. So again, we're playing that little triad again on fret 6 on the second, third and fourth strings. But this time it's over a D flat bass, so it's a D flat major chord. Just 4 strums. Then we're going to go to a D flat 13, which normally is based around this shape, but all we're going to do is play a really simple version of it. I'm just holding down 6 on the E and then 4 on the B and G strings, like that. And we're just going to go down, 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 up, like that. So those last 2 bars. Like so. And that gives you the end of the intro. Now verse 1, there's very little guitar. In fact, there's just 2 notes every 2 bars. So it happens on like the last 16th note of the first beat. And it's on the 4th fret of the D. And the way I play it is I'm pulling the string with my thumb and finger. So I grab the string, I pull it away from the guitar, let it snap back onto the fretboard like that. When I first heard this, I thought it was actually the bass player doing it, but on closer inspection it's a guitar part. So I do that on the 4th fret and then I just do it on the 3rd fret like that. And it's like I say, it's the last 16th note of the first beat and then the last 16th note of the 3rd beat. Then there's a whole bar rest and then that whole sequence repeats. And it does it 4 times in total. And that's all that happens in verse 1. Okay, in the chorus, very similar to the intro, but there is a slight variation here. The first 2 bars are the same, so A flat minor 7, B flat minor 7, E flat 11, so just like what we did before. And then the same thing for the next 2 bars as well, so that's where it goes up to that high E flat minor 7 move, you know, so again. Okay, and then back to the first 2 bars again. And then for the last 2 bars, this is the main variation really, I suppose. E flat minor 7, just like before. And this time, instead of doing a D major, it's a D flat, or sorry, instead of a D flat major chord, it's a D flat 11. So all we do is we just stay in place. Again, I'm only playing those strings 2, 3 and 4. And just all down strums. And that's what happens during the chorus. Okay, verse 2 is a little bit more interesting to play than verse 1. And it's more of a chord part rather than just single notes. So we're going to start with a C flat 7 chord. Normally you might think of this as a B7 chord, but in the key of this song, which is G flat major or E flat minor, the C becomes a C flat. So that's why it's called C flat 7. Hope that makes sense. Okay, but for us, you could think of it like a B7 chord, but we're only going to play this much of it. So we're just playing 7 on the B, 8 on the G, 7 on the D. Do a scratch on the down, hit the chord on an up, cut it off, and then play it again on the down, like that. And again, kind of cut it off, keep it nice and staccato. Then we're going to move down to a B flat 11 chord. We're going to do the same strumming. Now for this, I really only play, again, strings 2, 3 and 4. And I'm playing 4B, 5G, 6 on the D. Like so. Then the next chord is E flat 7 sharp 9, the Hendrix shape. So for that, I'm playing 7 on the B, 6G, 5 on the D, and 6 on the A string. Same strumming. And then we're going to move up and we're going to play a little E flat minor 7 shape. Get a bit of a swing on this. So the shape is, so that's 9E, 7 on the B and 8 on the G. And scratch on a down, hit it on an up, couple of scratches, and then down up. Like that. I'll put that sequence together. Like so. Okay, the next bit, I'm going to do the C flat 7, B flat 11 bar again. Then the next bit, we go back to our E flat 7 sharp 9. The whole band play this as a kind of a rhythmic stab. So for that, we've done that shape before, so we're just going to go up, down, down. Then I usually do a little scratch on a down, up, up. And then the last push is back to the C flat 7 chord. So those two bars together. Like so. Then back to our normal sequence. In actual fact, we're going to do this for the next 4 bars. So C flat 7 again, B flat 11, then the E flat 7 sharp 9. We're going to do that pattern twice, like so, and then we're going to repeat those 2 bars. And that brings you to the end of verse 2. I'm also going to, at this point, say that those 2 bars, I play all the way through the keyboard solo as well. So just... I'll just do that all the way through the keyboard solo. So basically 4 times, I think, in total. And that'll get you through that portion of the song. I've mentioned about the 16th note shuffle feel. Guitar sound wise, I definitely feel like it's an out of phase Strat being used. And also, as far as the recording, I think they probably just DI'd the guitar. They just put the guitar straight into the desk rather than plugging it into an amp and micing it up. Very much, you know, kind of the 80s clean guitar sound you hear on tons of records. And maybe a little bit of compression as well. And they probably EQ'd it on the desk a little bit as well, just to take out some of the mids to make it kind of more of a hollow sort of sound. So for me, what I'm using, I've got my my Helix Lt here, but I've taken off all the amp and cab simulations, and the only thing that's actually on it is a compressor. And I think there might be an EQ to, again, just to kind of take out some of the bottom end to make it sound a little bit more like the record. So that's what I think they're doing, you know, for the recording anyway. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention at the beginning, there is a play along video which I will put a link in the video somewhere. You'll find it on the little information card if you want to check out my play along. Other than that, I think we've got it all covered. I hope you enjoyed the lesson, guys, and I will see you for one real soon.